goal of psychology, as I understand it, is to better understand people and to figure out how we can help them, hopefully help the whole human race. I think we've made progress on that, but I think we have a long way to go. The great religions of the world have as a goal to help people too.
Sigmund Freud called religion the universal neuroses. He was not a fan of religion.
Years ago, Archbishop Sheen, and people who are older will remember Archbishop Sheen from television, he very much was against psychology.
The roots of psychology grew out of an Enlightenment history. Some of the pioneers were agnostic or atheistic, partly because they had shed the excessive dogmatism, excessive conformity, breaking with tradition.
At the time, that represented most of what psychology, psychiatry, that was their perspective on things.
Empirical, quantitative, not spiritual.
To ignore the lens through which the individual sees and treats their reality doesn't give you any understanding of the behaviors that arises as a result. You have no platform to work from.
To say that prayer wouldn't be useful for someone who is having some kind of psychological issue is ignoring a potential source of healing and help.
Most, if not many, problems are rooted in their spiritual lives. You've got to know that. Otherwise, you're just hacking at the leaves, not going for the roots of the issue.
So what has happened is bringing together of forces, multiple generations of people working together to create a movement. And that movement is gaining momentum.
Between 2005 and today, there are several hundred publications a year on spirituality.
There's still a lot of resistance, bringing religious and spiritual perspectives in higher education and research.
We don't have all the answers at this point.
Which interventions help people the most? Under what circumstances? Which kinds of people?
Even the use of scripture appropriately can be powerful. You're tying in a whole community, a whole power that you wouldn't have if you didn't.
Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, and the idea that we walk through that valley, that we don't stop there, is so helpful for people who are going through mourning, is so helpful for people who are going through depression.
It was the hardest thing I think I've ever been through. The depression that I experienced, it was this moment of time where the world sort of stopped for me, and I just felt like I couldn't go on. Like life would be better for everyone around me if I wasn't part of the picture.
And so for somebody who at the time didn't know had a genetic anxiety, and I've had some tough times now, right? I've lived this out, but I could feel this was different. This is caving in on me.
It affects everyone. Worldwide, we have 300 million people suffering from mental illness. Depression here in America is 1 in 5. So we have a challenge.
If you look at the national data that's been collected over many years, we see that people make meaning with spiritual narrative. So if we, as psychotherapists, somehow fail to pay attention to that, we are missing an opportunity to help make meaning of the most complicated places of life.
I think the most difficult part of the clinical depression for me was the feeling that somehow I had been cut off from God, that somehow I had been removed from His love.
The way that we deal with issues around atonement, around shame, around forgiveness, sometimes really has to do with what kind of religious environment we're coming from.
Having respect for the diversities of belief systems, you have to really understand what tools are they using or not using to construct the reality that they work in.
I was very proud of the idea that it never beat me. And I think a lot of that reason was this tethering to heaven, like this idea that I need to get somewhere.
One of the things we can do for each other is share the load. Nobody has to do this alone. They may have to do it, but nobody has to do it alone. And I think that's what professionals do. I think that's what ecclesiastics do. We're in this together.